Arsenal versus Liverpool predicted lineup. That is right lads, after Arsenal lost the North London derby, let's just say the next game doesn't get any better as we go up against current Premier League champions Liverpool. Who on earth makes these fixtures? But yeah, of course Arsenal do versus Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium, and let's just say this is a bit of a weird game. On one side, let's just say Arsenal don't really need to win, because of course all we have left to play for is a place in the Europa League. And on the other hand, you're also up against Liverpool. They're the current Premier League champions, the current European champions, and the current world champions. So let's just say this game is not going to be easy. And if Arsenal after somehow pull off a victory, let's just say the lineup is going to be essential for that. So with that being said guys, let's get into today's video and let's discuss Arsenal versus Liverpool, and most importantly, my predicted lineup. Lads, as it currently stands of current time of filming, this is your boy's birthday. And even on your boy's birthday, I'm here talking about Arsenal and predicted lineups. Say what you want about me, but don't say I am not committed to the cause. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Pierre and welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, we are back again to discuss the Arsenal as we go up against Liverpool, the current Premier League champions. That is right lads, Arsenal versus Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium tomorrow. And let's just say for the first time, your boy is not looking forward to the game. And also you could argue this isn't even a must win, because right now the most we can hope for in the league is a Europa League slot. And so in many ways my eyes are kind of focused on Arsenal's semi-final against Man City on Saturday. And hello, this is also Liverpool we're talking about. Premier League champions, Champions League champions, world champions. Let's just say this could go very wrong very quickly. But with that being said guys, before we get into the video itself, make sure to go down there, smash a like on it, and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the game itself, your predictions, and also how do you believe Arsenal should line up. Get in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Make sure to follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said guys, let's get into this video and let's discuss Arsenal versus Liverpool. Allow me to give you my preview and most importantly, my predicted lineup. Let's be talking. Right, goalkeeper, it's gonna be Emiliano Martinez. Again lads, who else is it meant to be? If we are to cast our minds back to the injury that Bellerin picked up against Brighton, let's be honest, a lot of Arsenal fans completely started to panic because we did not believe in Emiliano Martinez. But boy were we wrong, because since coming into the Arsenal lineup, I don't think there's been a single game or a single moment where this guy has let us down, and hopefully it doesn't happen this game either, because not only has he looked solid as a goalkeeper in terms of his saves and keep us in games, but also in terms of his distribution, the guy has been nothing short of fantastic. And of course in terms of our other goalkeepers, do you really want to see Matt Macy play? So in this game, make no mistake, Emiliano, you are playing, your boy is picking you. Moving on to the right back lads, it's gonna be Cedric Suarez. Move aside Hector Bellerin and move aside Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now of course a lot of Arsenal fans are going to be in the comments saying, Babs, why on earth do you want to drop Hector Bellerin? Because of course in the North London derby against Tottenham, the guy was actually pretty decent, and going forward he really caused Tottenham a lot of issues, but it is not due to his attacking ability to why I am dropping him. The issue we all know with Hector Bellerin lads is his defensive frailties. The guy cannot be trusted when it comes to defending. He's constantly caught out of position, he's not good enough in a tackle, and he's just defensively unreliable. And so that leaves us with man like Cedric Suarez, who for me is that tad bit more reliable when it comes to the defensive duties against Liverpool, because of course in terms of Liverpool strength like it's Mane and Salah, it's the wingers. And make no mistake lads, Liverpool will want the 100 points and they're going to want to win this game. And so just imagine if Sadio Mane is starting against Hector Bellerin. It's almost asking for Liverpool to batter us. And so in this game, just for his defensive ability, I will start Cedric Suarez as the right back. But again lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the first centre back lads, it's going to be man like Shkodran Mustafi. I mean, I'm not being given the most options here, have I? I mean, first things first, let me get straight. In terms of the formation, I would like to see Arsenal go back to a 4 at the back formation. And in terms of why, it's pretty simple. Yes, since going to a back 3 or a back 5, we have looked a bit more solid, we've kept more clean sheets, but at the same time lads, we have nothing going forwards. For me, by playing a back 3, you just completely lose control of the game and you can't make any chances. And so what you're then doing is you're relying heavily on the wing backs. And yes, Tierney is good and so is Bellerin, but for me it's still not enough going forwards for Arsenal. And the last game was a prime example to that. We had the front 3 of Pepe, Bamian, Lacazette, the big front 3. But what is the point of having such a good front 3 if you cannot get the players to find them? And also at Liverpool, they're going to look to dominate that midfield. So if Arsenal are to start only 2 midfielders in midfield, we are asking for trouble. And so in this game, I would go back to a back 4. In terms of the right side back, of course, it's Shkodran Mustafi. And let's just say Mustafi is not starting this game because of his defensive ability. To put it very simply to you guys, it's either David Luiz or Shkodran Mustafi, and I'm picking Mustafi every single day of the week as things currently stand. But again lads, I am not left with many options, so again, if you want to get in the comments and let me know who would you start as a centre backs, for me, it's going to be Mustafi. exactly. Moving on to the centre back next to him, the left-footed centre back, it's gonna be Socrates. Yes, man, like Socrates, the guy's still here, you know. In terms of Socrates, this guy has not started a single game for Arsenal since the restart. He's not even played a minute for Arsenal. And yes, he isn't the best of centre backs and he can be a bit dodgy, but I'll say it one more time to you guys, it's him or David Luiz, or even Kalajnak, God forbid. We don't have many options. I know a lot of you could also argue the fact that the back three was kind of working, we were looking a bit solid. The issue for me comes with the individuals themselves and the constant errors. And with Liverpool being a team who capitalise on errors, starting David Luiz next to Mustafi is asking for you to get battered 4-0. And I don't want to see that. It's a day after my birthday, Arsenal. Give me a birthday gift. In this game, I would like to see Socrates start. Once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Moving on to the left back, lads, it's going to be Kieran Tierney. Kieran, you're one of the guys I can actually rely upon. In fact, I might go as far as saying he's the only defender at the club that I can currently rely upon. He's the only one that's not broken my heart or broken my trust. And I am looking at you right now, Sead Kalajnak. So yeah, in terms of Tierney, I think this is a no-brainer. Of course he has to start. And it's also going to be an interesting battle between him and Andy Robertson. Because on one side, you have the best Scottish left back in the Premier League. And on the other side, you've got Andy Robertson. So Robertson versus Tierney, the battle of the Scottish left backs. This is going to be interesting. But yeah, Kieran Tierney has to start. Moving on to the first central midfielder, lads, it's going to be Granit Xhaka. Man, like Granit, I don't know what to say. There's first things first, let me just get it straight. In terms of the Tottenham game itself, Xhaka was pretty solid. But I think the only issue I currently have with our midfielders is the fact that sometimes they just don't want to take that risk. They get the ball in areas, but it's always constant sideways passing. And it's getting to the stage now I'm starting to get bored of it again. In terms of Xhaka, what we have is a player who has the ability to find forward passes and incisive passes. I think the only issue is right now he's being selective in the games. So granted, all I want to see from you lads is just a bit more forward passing. Forget sideways FC, forget backwards FC, let's go to forwards FC. And in terms of another option we can potentially start this role is Lucas Torreira. But again lads, I'm not quite sure, so let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you start Xhaka or would you start Lucas Torreira? For me, as long as they pass forwards, I honestly do not care. Moving on to the first attacking midfielder lads, it's gonna be Dani Ceballos. Hey yo Danny, let's give you a bit of praise. It's your boy's birthday, but you're still the special boy. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, the more I see Ceballos play in the Arsenal shirt, the more I see him grow into the Arsenal shirt, the more I want to see him stay at the Arsenal. Because in terms of prior to the break itself, I was kind of 50-50. Part of me saw the potential in Ceballos and saw the glimpses there, but on the other hand, I also saw a player who is completely inconsistent and simply sometimes not good enough. And also, let's not forget in certain games, this guy was becoming a human fidget spinner. But I'll tell you what lads, under Arteta, and the more he plays, the more he looks better. And the more I'm starting to think, at the age of 23, for £40 million, this guy could be somewhat of a bargain. Because if we are to sign Dani Ceballos, not only are we getting a player for the future and for the now, we are also most importantly getting a player who's already adapted to the system. Because most likely chances are if Arsenal sign another player from a different league, the chances are that guy has to come in and he has to take time to adapt. But if we are to sign Dani Ceballos on the other hand on a permanent, we've got a player who's already adapted to the Premier League and adapted to the Arsenal. So lads, I'm going to ask you the comments in the question. Come the summer window, would you keep Dani Ceballos or would you let him go or would you sign him on another loan deal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the next attacking midfielder lads, it's going to be Bukayo Saka. Mikel, I understand you want to rest players, but this game Bukayo has to start. And again, I'll go back to what I said earlier on in the video. In terms of the game against Tottenham, I think what it clearly showed is that we lack a central attacking midfielder. And make no mistake, we are great at getting the ball out wide and high, but our issue is clearly getting the ball into the incisive areas of the pitch. And in terms of Arteta, I think he's already made it clear. Going into next season, once he gets the players he needs, he will go for 2 attacking midfielders. And of course, what he's trying to do there, he's trying to replicate what he had at Manchester City. And at City, what they have is they have Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, or Bernardo Silva. And make no mistake, lads, we don't have any player on that quality at the moment. But in terms of the system itself, I like what they do. They have that sitter midfield in Fernandinho or Rodri, and then they have 2 attacking outlets, 2 number 10s almost, playing in front of them. And what that gives City is the ability to constantly keep people under pressure and make chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. But in terms of Arsenal right now, how many clear-cut chances do we actually make? The only time I actually see Arsenal make some sort of chance is when we take some sort of risk. And in terms of Bukayo Saka, he is exactly that, a risk taker. Yes, he might lose the ball, but he will lose the ball in trying and doing the right thing. And of course, him also being rested in the North London derby, let's just say Bukayo Saka is here, he's prime, he's ready, and he's ready to take over David Silva's legacy. Here we go, Bukayo Saka has to start. Moving on to the front three, the right winger is Nicolas Pepe. Hey yo, Nicolas, boy, we needed that presence against Tottenham, the North London derby, and you didn't deliver. But one thing I'll say straight away is it's not always fault. Yes, there are certain occasions where Pepe is a bit slow on the ball, but you also have to take into account we currently have 0 creative players. I even saw a stat the other day that said in terms of untitled midfield, we've only created 4 big chances between them all. De Bruyne has made 33 on his own. And so for me, what it goes to show again is we're not making taking any chances from attackers. Yes, he's great having players like Pepe and Bamian, and he's great clinical attackers, but what are they meant to do without any chances to work off? So in this game, if we have Ceballos and Saka supplying the balls to the front three, make no mistake, we can cause Liverpool issues. And of course, let's not forget the last time Pepe went up against Liverpool, he gave Virgil van Dijk a run for his money. So let's just say the last time Pepe played Liverpool, we just saw a glimpse of Presence FC, but this time it's time to see the real deal. Nicolas Pepe, it's time for you to shine, my bro. Moving on to the striker, it's gonna be Alexandre Lacazette. Hey yo, Lacazette, bro, where did that goal come from? I am still in awe, in shock to how Lacazette just calmly smashed that in top bins. And not just that, lads, it also was followed by an ice-cooled, ice-veined celebration. And then of course, just minutes later, Serge Klashner basically cancelled the goal out. But alas, lads, in terms of Lacazette himself, he had a very good game against Tottenham. Not only was that goal a stunner, in terms of his overall play as well, he had a fantastic hold-up game, fantastic passing as well, and of course, a fantastic shot to give us the lead as well. So overall, Lacazette had a very good game. And of course, with NK also still being red-carded, we don't have many other options than to start Alexandre Lacazette. And let's just say, Alex, if you can deliver with another ice-cold goal like you did last time, then we will have pure teams once again. But fingers crossed, hopefully also can hold on to lead for more than 180 seconds this time. Moving on to the final player, the left winger, it's Pierre Bamian. Let's just say in the game against Tottenham, you were not to be seen. Now again, I'll say it one time, it's not all his fault. Yeah, sometimes you can ask him to be a bit more direct, but at the same time, lads, what is he exactly meant to do without a proficient chance creator? And for me, in a way, you kind of have to respect Bamian. The guy still scored 20 plus goals in a team that doesn't have a single good chance creator. And so then just imagine how good this guy could be when you finally get a number 10 next to him. But in terms of Aubameyang and the dreams of playing him down the middle, I think it's time to let go of that. I think the last game showed that Aubameyang is not seen as a striker by Mikel Arteta, and so let's just say we're not going to see Aubameyang in the middle. And so that leaves us only one position, the left wing, and that is where we're going to see Aubameyang start. But I also would not be surprised to see if Arteta was to rest him either, because as I said already, we have nothing left to play for in the league, and our only real hopes of getting something out of the season is the FA Cup semi-final. And with Aubameyang starting so many games recently, so let's just say if we were to see Aubameyang be rested, I wouldn't agree with it, but at the same time I would not be surprised either. But yeah, in terms of myself, Mikel Arteta, as I am the birthday boy, you better listen up. I would like to see a front three of Nicolas Pepe, Alexandre Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But that's all great, but we also need to have players behind him that get them chances. Enough of sideways football, let's get the ball to the front three and let's cause this Liverpool defense trouble. Virgil van Dijk, we're coming for you once again, my bro. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video there. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to go down there and smash a like on it, and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I mean, your boy is filming this on his birthday, so please subscribe and please like, I deserve that at least. Also, make sure to get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on the game, your predictions and your predicted lineups. And as always, make sure to follow all my social media, my Instagram and Twitter, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said, guys, your boy is going to end it there and there. In the video today, lads, we discussed Arsenal's Liverpool and my predicted lineup. Let's just say, lads, I would love nothing more than a late birthday present of Arsenal beating Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal, it is over to you. I'll see you next time. More life in a bit.